Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's still on this series, tips to help your child improve on his or her grades in mathematics. Yes, we are still on the series, and we have treated two of the tips. If you know you have missed out in any of those tips, please check my previous videos for the tips. And for more tips also, you need to subscribe to my channel to get more tips on how you can help your child improve on his or her grades in mathematics. Today, we are looking at tip number 3. Usually before we look at the tips, we look at the problem. Before we look at the solution, we need to know the problem. What is the problem with mathematics? Mathematics is a subject that has principles. Generally people don't like principles. They don't usually like rules guiding them. And so if you are such a person, you might not really like mathematics. But if you want to like mathematics, you need to love principles and you need to love rules. Check this out.
I collected 2,500 now from you.
Yeah.
And another 2,500.
Yeah.
Making it 5,000.
41,000. I say you collect 2,500 plus 2,500. 0 plus 0.
0.
0 plus 0.
0.
5 plus 5.
10.
2 plus 2.
4.
41,000. 0 plus 0.
0.
0 plus 0.
0.
5 plus 5.
10.
I write 10. 2 plus 2. 4 now.
You carry 1. You carry 1. You carry 1.
Where you dey carry am go? Hey! Carry 1 go where?
Hey!
As funny as that video seems, it's the reality. Do you know many people who have these things going on in their minds? You tell them you do this, they are wondering, why should we do it that way? But you told me just now that this is what I'm going to do. Then another question, you tell me this is how I'm going to go about it. Why can't we use the same principle we used in the first one, use it in the second one? Mathematics doesn't work that way. Imagine simple renaming of numbers, which is formerly called borrowing and carrying. At times you borrow 1 and the 1 becomes 10. At other times you borrow 1, the 1 becomes 60 when you are dealing with minutes to seconds. At times you borrow 1, the 1 becomes 100 when you are converting from meters to centimeters. And so at times you borrow 1, the 1 becomes 2 when you are talking about binary numbers. So there are principles in mathematics, and that is why foundation is very, very important. And if you want to start developing love for mathematics now, it's never too late. But the only thing is that you cannot start from the middle. You cannot start midway. You just have to go back to the foundation, study the principles. Just like some other subjects, science subjects, and even some art subjects, they have principles. You cannot just think that you will use the method you have used previously for the problem you are confronting presently. You have to go by the principle, and that is how mathematics is. Subjects have principles. Mathematics is one of such subjects. Each of those topics have principles, and we just have to understand those principles before we can go ahead to solve a question. Imagine a subject like physics. It involves calculation, mathematics, and there are principles in physics. If you don't know the principles, you go ahead and solve it with another principle, you will not get the answer. And that is why many people don't like such subjects. How do you overcome this problem? By deliberately studying the subject. Study the principle. You see people coming out solving physics questions, solving chemistry questions, mathematics questions, and you feel, how did they know how to solve it? At times you wonder, how did this person know how to solve this question? And we become intimidated, or our children become intimidated you should know that these people that solve these problems easily, it seems easy, but they have done a lot of hard work in their closet, practicing these questions, practicing the principle, studying the principle and practicing it. Nobody just comes out, picks up the question and solve, and you're wondering, how did this person know it? It's the person has been deliberately solving those questions. You might not be there. The person has been studying the principles, the person has been practicing, but when the person comes out to solve, it's like the person is just seeing the that kind of question. The person might just be seeing that exact question, but I tell you, the person have solved similar questions, so it's easy to relate to that new question. So please, it's not cast in stone. Maths has principles. You just have to study the principle. This will definitely take some hard work. It will take some time from you. Let's encourage our children. Parents, encourage your child to study. And that is the way to love mathematics. That is the way not to be confused when we see questions in mathematics. In conclusion, mathematics is not a scam as some people think. It's just a subject with principles. What is the solution? Take your time and study the principles. Take your time to practice and practice until you become perfect. Till I come your way next time with another tip, ensure you keep practicing.